And it says we are live. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. That must mean it's time for GotBot Goes live. I'm just going to get things a little settled up. I hope you guys are having a tremendous week so far as we head into the weekend, man. Summer upon us, like kind of the official start of summer up and coming. We're zeroing in. We're closing in ever closer to the 3-year mark of the live show, as well as the 3-year mark of mine and Starscream Wife's anniversary. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. We have a bunch of news tonight to talk about and kind of speculate a bit on. I'm going to kind of confirm some listings that came up this past week. And when I say confirm, you'll see what I mean when I get there. Everybody knows them. They were already discovered and kind of discussed throughout the week, but I'm going to give my take on it, and we'll take it from there. We also have some news for DNA design. We have some news for studio series. We have some news for let's see from the Rise of the Beast movie, and a new yellowing issue with Legacy. So that is unfortunate, but we will delve into it all very shortly. Just bear with me as I get things sort of set up here. And I do see some people there in the chat, our chat crew, if you will. Let me just deal with a couple of things here and get us going. And let's do that. And we'll do this. All right. Hey, Out About Logan, man. It's been a while since I've seen you, buddy. Hey, Mike, Ken, Jay, Big M, Dragonfly. Here today with my wife, and I just had our 13th anniversary. Look at that. Congratulations to both of you. Hey, Manitoba. Hey, Ace. Although I keep saying I'm going to call you Eyes, but I like Ace. Ace is a slick name. Okay, so let's kind of dive into some of the news here. Very first thing to note, we have a yellowing issue that is already starting to occur with Legacy coming out of Australia. The Commander class Menasor already yellowing. Now, some people said, well, it's not on main joints. It shouldn't be on any joints. It's unacceptable. This is a Commander class. This is a high-end, high-priced offering. Yes, it is high-end and high-priced. Anybody who's like, oh, well, it's not $500 like an MP. Well, you're a sucker if you're paying $500 for a toy. So let's not even throw that in there because that's unrealistic. But this is, yeah, for what you're paying, this is high-end. It should not be turning yellow. The thing isn't even out in most of the world yet. And already in Australia, it's turning yellow. It is not hidden in hidden hinges. In fact, it is noted as being, at least one of them, being the shoulder hinge. Now, I mean, maybe it's not a deal breaker, but again, it shouldn't be happening. So obviously that goes to show that even though the issue is well known and it's happening to offerings from the last couple of years, it has not been addressed or rectified in Legacy. That's going to be a problem going forward when you have even bigger ticket items like that Metroplex, when you have the mostly white G-Axis. What's going to happen to them? So not encouraging. Really not encouraging, knowing that Motormaster is turning yellow already. That's a shame. By the way, no pickups this week. I'm not going to lie. About 40 minutes before the show started, I've seen Spike is yellowing badly. Yeah, I saw one picture of that from PPR, I think, and I've heard that the blue is probably going to turn on him. Mine's fine at this point, but I mean, I won't be surprised because they're doing bad business, really bad business. I'm pretty much done with Hasbro. Like, I'm going to round out a few odds and ends, but like, I'm sorry, your quality's gone down the toilet far too much. I can't support the company anymore at this point. So I'm nearing the end because you're offering inferior products at very high prices. You know, I'm not in the habit of throwing good money after bad. You know what I mean? Maybe you are. I don't know. But I don't think it's an augur of good things to come with a company that I said a long time ago isn't going to be around in a decade. Nothing I see changes my thought. Nothing I see makes me think that they'll be around in a decade. I don't believe Hasbro will exist in a decade. That's Tessa. She's acting up. Then we had MP Raiden. We saw the torso of the MPG Raiden. And I'm sorry about her, but there's not much I can know about Tessa. And honestly, like, it's a big, thick torso. Tessa. It's a big, thick torso. And not only is it a big, thick torso, but apparently it's going to be in scale with, like, the Combiner Wars lads, which I guess is where the generation side comes in. But when we saw the picture of the torso, it does this. If you don't know what I have in my hand here, this is the head of the Unique Toys Warlord. This is the head of their Predaking, where you put the Predaking together and the head goes on. This Raiden is the same thing. For something that's calling itself masterpiece and perfect, your Combiner's head has the parts form, so that if you lose the head or some such thing, you really can't put the Combiner together, or you can and he'll be headless. I don't find that perfect. That's not a masterpiece to me. That's lazy. You didn't find a way to work in the head. I think that's lazy myself. I saw it and I was like, sorry. Even if I had an inclination, sorry. But here's the difference. This whole set, the Warlord one, 150 Canadian. The entire set. One train bot, 265 plus tax plus shipping Canadian for one train bot. To get the other 5, we're looking at 265 each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 1,000, about $1,200-$1,300, and the head parts forms. I don't think Takara's doing a good job with it. I think Moon Studio is blowing it out of the water. I don't have a lot of faith in this anymore. I don't know, man. I think it's a shame. I think it's a real shame. I started a story and I veered off from it. No pickups tonight. About 40 minutes before we came on the air, I actually went to a local comic shop, small town local thing, and they have the Super 7 Ultimates there. It's pricey. We're talking $70. Actually, a bit more than $70 by the time I put taxes on it. I mean, $70-$80. Very pricey for a 7-inch offering is what they're saying. Now, I will admit, looking at the size of it, it's much bigger and heftier and bulkier than I thought it was going to be. Pretty darn bulky. I'm interested in the Bonsai Tron. Am I interested enough to spend that on it? I don't know yet. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. By the way, to all the dads out there, happy early Father's Day to you. I was going to make the joke and say, maybe I'll get it for myself for Father's Day, right? So happy early Father's Day to all of the dads out there. I hope you guys have a tremendous weekend. Really tremendous weekend with your kids. So far, yellowing on Legacy, parts forming on something calling itself Masterpiece. It's looking rough for Hasbro. So let's change gears slightly. Talk about X-Transbots for a minute. X-Transbots showed their Ultra Magnus, the youth version. Really what it is they're pretty stupendous Ultra Magnus done this time in G1 Toy accurate colors, which means the blue is a lighter shade of blue, more of a sky blue, baby blue type of thing, rather than a dark blue. It has the red thighs. It has a white pelvis, but I find that the way the engineering is done for the waist and the pelvis and the thighs being red like they are, I look at it and I'm like, the blue is nice. The red is nice. It looks good. I think I would still opt for the animation accurate because I'm an animation accurate guy. But when I look at this youth version, I feel like he's wearing a diaper because it's all white. The whole pelvis is white all around. And like the torso is red and then the legs are red. And I'm like, he's wearing a diaper. It's a great mold. Excellent, excellent version for MP collectors of Ultra Magnus. X-Transbots done a great job with it. Great in vehicle mode, great in robot mode. Very animation accurate and whatnot. But I don't know if keeping the entire torso section white was the best move. Pelvis section white was the best move. I almost feel like the pelvis should have been red, and maybe they could have used a paint app for a white belt or like a white crotch piece or some sort of thing like that rather than the whole thing being white. I find the whole thing being white all the way around his body is a bit jarring for me personally, but it's still an excellent, excellent Magnus, no doubt about it. DNA Designs showed off a filler kit basically for the Earthrise Optimus Prime. Not the Earthrise, I'm sorry, the Legacy Laser Optimus Prime or Laser Prime. It fills in the back of his legs, for example. It kind of gives him, it looks like new forearms. It definitely gives new parts to fill in his trailer and even makes it kind of able to attach to his back like underarm blasters and stuff. It's really cool. It is a departure from the original G2 Laser Prime that had the missiles and the discs. It's definitely a departure from that, but I think it's a strong set, and I think it's a contemporary set that goes with the Laser Prime. I know that there are some sets out there that harken back to the traditional G2 with the missiles and the discs. Like I think Larkin has one, for example. But I think the DNA design one is for people who you're not looking to make it like G2. You're looking to take this as an update and make it contemporary and better than just a kind of bare bones, trailer. And I think that this works for that. It's a nice set. Again, do I think it's absolutely necessary or anything? Not really. I wasn't bugged too much by like the hollow legs. I thought the forearms were fine. So I didn't, to each their own. I do like the added pieces for the trailer. I do like that. It makes it feel more like a weapon embankment, an outpost, a defensible area of some sort. So I don't know. I like it. I think that DNA Design done a good job for what it is. Dr. Wu had a couple of things they showed off. They showed off their Sandstorm and a Megatron. Now, these are basically the size of Micromasters. They are tiny. And I have a couple of them that I really enjoy. I've talked about it before. I think the Megatron is amazing. I saw the prototype, and like honestly, considering you have something the size of a Micromaster that turns into the Walther P-38 that has a very true, I'll say, to animation looking Megatron. I'm sure the face will be able to use some added paint apps, but for something Micromaster size, to have that articulation, to have that sort of transformation, I think it's brilliant. I really am impressed. Then we get to the grayscale of prototype of the Sandstorm. Same thing, triple changer at that size, no less. And I think the helicopter is the best helicopter we've seen in a long time, probably since G1 for that character. I think the buggy is really cool. I think the robot is great, but the face, I saw it and I was like, that is not Sandstorm's face. But I think what it is it's hearkening to the G1 toy face rather than the animation face from season 3. If that's the case, then you know what? It is a success. Dr. Wu is going for a super small scale that won't appeal to everyone, but man, they are really, really good. They would certainly look great with say Titans, for example. They would look wonderful with Titans. So Dr. Wu, DNA Design, and X-Transbots. I think all great. Better than what Hasbro's doing, to be honest with you. Funko. Funko Pops, they're still a thing, apparently. I don't know if anybody collects them or not. I don't know. But apparently they're going to have a Funko Pop of the Chaos Bringer himself, Unicron, at SDCC. I'm not into Pops. I don't see really the point of them. They're kind of cute sometimes. They're neat. They're a novelty, right? They're a novelty, I guess. And I guess in that they succeed. The Unicron is supposed to be one of their like deluxes or whatever. I think that those stand like 6 inches or something. So like it's going to be big for a pop, right? It looks all right. The green eyes is a nice touch since his eyes should be green, but it's the HasLab Unicron body type, say, and I don't like that. I don't think it really looks like Unicron that much. So I saw it and I was like, I think you could have done a better Unicron. Now remember, I'm one of the guys that I wasn't impressed with the HasLab. I didn't really think it looked like Unicron. So I never bought in on it because I didn't think it was very good, to be honest with you. To do a pop of it, I don't know. If I was to see it in person, maybe I'd think, hey, cool. But just seeing it as it is and not being interested in pops, that's not for me. But you know what? For an SDCC exclusive for a novelty, I'm sure it'll sell out and be popular. If I was attending SDCC, I'd be like, why not? It's good for a laugh, right? I don't think it's the right body type for Unicron, but it'd be good for a laugh. And there is a premium Optimus Primal statue. It was previously unreleased, is my understanding. It looks great. I don't know if it's being released now. I didn't really understand the news post, if I'm perfectly honest with you. Really not sure about what the news post was, but, you know, it is what it is. Pluto TV. There's been a lot of talk this week about Pluto TV and the Transformers channel. And even our good buddy, Ninja Bill, I was thinking Shinobi Biru. But Ninja Bill put up like a link and said, hey, you can start watching it now and enjoying it just like me. And I tried it and literally nothing came up. And I was like, yeah, that's regional to the United States. I wish the news sites would say, hey, you can start watching this channel on Pluto TV if you live in the United States. And I was like, I wonder if it's any more than that. Well, here's what I've learned. Apparently in a lot of the Americas, being North America and South America, Pluto TV is available. When it comes to Canada, for anybody here who might be from Canada, besides myself, apparently they can't show stuff because of programming rights with certain stations here in Canada. So they are working with Chorus, C-O-R-U-S. And a lot of Canadians will probably know that production company. Why not? Chorus is a kind of a media company here in Newfoundland, in Canada. Chorus is working with Pluto TV, and they will kind of handle some of the marketing and ad space and some of the inner workings of licensing of programs and stuff. The word is that Pluto TV, including the Transformers channel, should be up and running in Canada in the fall. So it's because of contracts and stuff. It's delayed here, but I'm excited to see if it actually comes true. If, you know, if everything works out just fine, I'm hoping it does. I want to give a big shout out to Shansi. I appreciate it, sir. Shansi has just become one of our newest channel members. I do have a little bit of content up and coming for that. I got to get through the next week with my real life job before I kind of go a little more deeper into that sort of stuff. I do have a planned up and coming like top 10 for patrons and channel members. I got a few things with summer coming up. Hopefully I'll get into more of that. But thank you very much, sir. Much obliged. Let's see. What else do we have here? MPM 13, which of course is Blackout. Man, he looks so good. So good. Here's the funny thing. I don't know if I would have cared too much about it, except I have the Studio Series one that I love. Now, whether you have the Blackout or the Grindor or both, it's a great mold. It really is. Intricate, yes. But he's big, he's hefty, he's a hunk and chunk. This is bigger. This is more impressive. I don't know what the transformation is going to be like, but man, oh man. It's one of those cases where I like the Studio Series so much that I'd love to experience the MPM. Now, that being said, it could be a win. And we've had some. Megatron, I thought was a win. Barricade, I thought was a win. We've also had some stinkers, right? I love the Studio Series Ironhide, but the MPM Ironhide was hot garbage. Really, really bad. The MPM Bumblebee, not good. Not good. So it doesn't always work that because something's good in Studio Series, it's going to be great for Masterpiece. But I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. And I like the size of it. I like the look of it. I like it next to the Megatron and the other MP offerings. Yeah, he's a big bruiser. And he feels formidable like a big bruiser. I think MPM 13 is on to something special. I really, really do. Speaking of MP, how about MP 57 Skyfire? We saw a promotional video. I think it's fine. I think the transformation is pretty darn clever. I like some stuff that goes on with the backpack, for example. I love the little dudes, but you know what? I got to be honest. He comes with like 4 faces, and I think they're all terrible. None of them look like Skyfire to me. It looks like it's funny. I saw a comment on Facebook, maybe, I don't know, the boards. I don't know. I saw a comment somewhere, and it said the faces look like a 4-year-old designed it, and I agree. The face doesn't do it. I said it last week. As much as I'm not a fan of Phoenix, and I'm not, I think the face of that absolutely captures Skyfire. I think the face of the Siege captures it pretty darn good. I don't feel like MP57's face is a good sculpt. I don't feel like they capture the character personally. Maybe you do. And that's personal taste, right? That's not, that's not an objective thing. That's personal taste. It's just, for me, I don't think they captured the face. Neck down, he looks pretty impressive. I love what they're doing with the chest. I think that's great. I'm not getting it because I'm not an MP guy, but I respect it. Let's check in with you guys before we go on here with a little bit more of the news because I know you've been saying some stuff. Let's see here. As we go down. Hey, Brian, glad that you are back, my man, with your internet after the issues you had. Been watching the reviews. GotBot haven't watched many streams. As you had exams. I get it, buddy. I get it. I get it. End of year stuff, man. Trust me, I get it. I got to go up here because that just really jumped badly. How far did that jump, man? A lot, apparently. Let's go up. Where is it? Here? No, up more than that. Holy moly. Holy moly. No, you don't need to apologize to me, buddy. You've been busy. Not another yellow commander. Yeah, another yellow commander. It's sad, right? Hey, Warren. Glad you're here, buddy. Hey, Keldeo. Keldeo asked me earlier if I had anything for tonight that I needed identified. I don't, actually. The only thing that I had, and I had it for the picture, and I've been sort of fiddling with it, is this guy. Good old animated Blitzwing. And I've heard so many good things about this guy. And there's a couple of modes I like. A couple of it's so weird. I feel like that this guy very much mirrors my thoughts about the upcoming Legacy one, or well, in the US, I think he's out. The Legacy one. Certainly much cheaper here. But I'm going to say it for the review, but I think that this guy has a lot of the same strengths and suffers from a lot of the same weaknesses that I sort of expect with that Legacy Blitzwing, which is really funny to me. But I'll talk about more of that. That being said, I like the look of the robot, and I like his heft. Man, I miss the feel of animated plastic. That plastic felt so good and so robust. I loved it. Really missed that. Everybody saying hi to Tess. Warren, look at that. Not Warren. Ultra Megatronus here, celebrating being a member for 9 months. Thank you very much. I can't do this stuff without you, man. Tessa's fine. She was getting the zoomies there for a little bit and getting ready to go skylarking, right? I'm moving more to X-Transbots Planet X and copy third party. Hasbro is showing how they feel about their fans. That's right, they are. And they're showing that they don't care. Hey, Grimlock Gone. Happy you're here, buddy. See, Tessa doesn't like the yellowing. That's right. That's right, Ace. You got it, buddy. Tessa does not like the yellowing. Did I see the email you sent me? I don't think so. I don't know when you sent it. I don't have my phone here now either. I'll have to look after. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think so. Not before I went on air. No, she's not related to Tesla. I promise you. And I would never buy a Tesla. I would never support Elon Musk. Get real. I'm not usually in the habit of supporting scumbags. As a question is Kingdom Wheeljack. Kingdom Wheeljack isn't off-white. He's more like a ivory. We'll call him ivory. We'll say it's ivory. No, it's not the yellowing. He's like an ivory type of color. Hey, Blue. Yeah, he's always been a little off. Yeah, that was a fair question, though. Honestly, Brian, that was a fair question. I'm a dad. He means me. I was speaking directly to you, man. Shansi, I was speaking directly to you. Forbidden Planet has all the Super 7s for $59.99. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Forbidden Planet is. I guess it's an online store. I guess that's 60 American, right? So, BPS, best things is GPS, right? Hey, Marcus. Hey, EC. We go down here a little bit. Curse clear plastic. Okay. I'm not sure why you're cursing clear plastic. I must have missed something, but okay. What did you think of my rubbish with that mod for the tire on the back? I wrote you back about that, didn't I, Dragonfly? I thought I wrote you back about that. I mean, I guess it's good. I think it was definitely the clever way to go. I did. I wrote you back. I said if anybody was going to figure out a way to be able to pull that off, it was going to be you. I don't know if I didn't press send. Maybe I didn't press send. X-Transbots transformations are excruciating, though. I wouldn't know because I'll never buy it. It's MP scale. Like, there's not one company, not one product that's ever been MP scaled or MP priced that it's ever impressed me or that I've ever thought, oh my goodness, I need that. None of it. Because as soon as I've seen every reviewer start to the transformation, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm out. That looks like a pain. That looks like it's going to be a half hour to do that. Not interested. If I can't do it in 5 minutes, I'm out. I might have to get Siege, which I was going to skip, but not so desperate times call for. I don't know what you're talking about there. I missed part of a conversation there for sure. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I need to see it again. It's been a rough week, but I think I liked it. It's the same thing you showed me. I never got Siege, but I don't know what you guys are talking about. I definitely missed something here. Third-party Sandstorm Legends here is just impressive, especially the helicopter mode. It looks so. It does. I think it's going to be smaller than Legends, but maybe it won't. Maybe it will be Legend size, but I'm pretty sure it's more Micromaster size. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is a bit bigger. Did the stream start late or am I late? No, you're late. You're late, Waspinator. I don't collect Micromasters or Legends. Okay. Certain ones, though, got to be Legends. Like the mini bots, they got to be Legend. Right? Having them deluxe, I still don't like it. Like, I love the Hoffer, but like he's too big. He should have been Legend, right? Go down here. Finally got a thrilling 30 Chromia. Pretty dang close to a something. But honestly, it's the better Chromia than this garbage. She never came out here, so I never got her. I never got that Chromia. But if I did, I would throw this in the garbage out and burn it. I'd put it out in the fire pit, and that's what I would do with this, because this is the biggest waste of money that I've spent in the last 3 or 4 years. This is awful. It is a terrible, terrible mold with no redeemable qualities. And I hear people sometimes say, like, I like it. Then you have bad taste, because it's a terrible, awful, awful mold. And I stand by that. It looks bad. It transforms bad. It functions bad. It's not a great vehicle. It's a bad Chromie. She deserves better. And I think the earlier generations one, even though that was a bike and the wrong alt mode altogether, was an infinitely superior mold. Infinitely superior. So congratulations. I'm happy for you, EC. Part of me wishes I had jumped on the Legends train. Me too sometimes. Too late now. It is what it is. But sometimes I think about it. I'm like, man, Legends would have been so much easier. I still want a Funko Pop Sly Cooper. I don't know what a Sly Cooper is, so they're more better than NFT. How about don't buy any of it, Blue? NFTs are garbage. They're for suckers. If anybody spends $1 on an NFT, you're a fool, and you got played for a fool, and you wasted your money. Because as soon as that piece of electronics dies, you're done. What a waste of time. Pops, I mean, they're neat novelty. I know some people that would go crazy for them, but like, and I thought they were neat. And then I held one once, and I was like, sure, it doesn't do anything. It just stands there and looks like it, kind of, with a blockhead. I don't get it. I don't get it. NFTs are for suckers, and I don't understand Funko Pops. To each their own. But man, don't support NFTs. Don't do that to yourself. Well, Chromia would look close to the Prime Arcee Blue, because it's the Prime Arcee mold that was remolded for her, right? I may live in LA, but I don't plan on going to SC. Too far for me. I don't know how far that is. I have literally no idea. I don't have any Titans to use as a play set. Okay. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Just have legends. Some of them got to be legends. But I guess if you mean like main characters, I guess. But I don't think legends scale with Titans. I don't know why everybody thinks they do. They don't. Micromaster scale with Titans, but not legends. Legends are still too big. Get a VP in curse exclusives. Oh, okay. You're having a lot of conversations that I don't know what you're talking about. I watched Transformers on Tubi. I've never used that either. I've heard of it, but I've never used it. Close to a light cycle. Oh, yeah. EC, yeah, you're right. It is close to a light cycle. There's only 3 shows so far. Cyberverse, animated, RID 2015. I'd watch animated on there. That'd be neat. Although, that being said, I own a lot of the series. So, I mean, I kind of don't care, but neat for anybody who doesn't own them. I don't own animated, so I would watch animated. I have all the episodes as is, including the dubbed. I'm good. Yeah, that's fine. I get that. I completely mistaken the live streaming service for a live stream of a Transformers actors acting in character, answering questions to fans. I'm not going to lie, Caldeo. I don't even know what you said. What? I completely mistaken the live streaming service for a live stream of a Transformers actors acting in character, answering questions to fans. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're saying. There's no grammar in there. And I'm sorry. Try again, because I don't know what you're saying. If somebody knows what he's saying, somebody tell me, because I can't figure it out. I'm sorry. Also got Android Box, so I can pretty much watch anything. I don't know what Android Box is. You guys know a lot more about this stuff than me. What? Like 16 Jimmy Two Shoes detention here? I don't know what any of this is. Did I forget to mention Grossology? And what about Mystery Hunters? I don't know what any of this is. I don't know what you're talking about. Thrilling 30 Chromia looks like a light cycle. Yeah, there you go. Light cycle should have been a Transformer. I want Bumblebee movie RC repainted into Chromia. Yeah. Oh, I'm with Jay. Have Bumblebee movie RC repainted into Chromia. Yes. Oh, yes. That all day long. I 100% love that idea. Love that idea. Hey, Zoran. Hey, Trents. I definitely popped down there a bit. I'm sorry if I missed stuff, guys. I really apologize for that. Let's see. Where was it? Siege Jetfire definitely has a better head sculpt. That's what Jay says. I agree. Nobody's getting rid of DR. I don't know what that means. Got watermelons coming in. Nice. Watermelons are so good. Oh, nobody's getting rid of Siege Jetfire to get the MP. I mean, why would you? It's here. The MP is, I think, like I looked it up. I think it's like 348 or something. It's over 3 times the price. Well, it's 3 times the price. And I don't think it looks as good. So, but I mean, to each their own. I'm not an MP guy, so if you are, then decide Phoenix or the MP, I guess. I'm going to make a custom recycle. I finished my custom rubbish. If you got the money, man, to be affording all these Voyagers and then all these add-on kits, more power to you. I couldn't do it. I'm not going to lie. I would not be able to do it. Because by the time you put in the minimum order and pay the shipping from non-F to here, and by the time you spend the $50, like you're spending close to $100 for a character that, like, honestly, if you didn't tell me his name was Rubbish and you didn't tell me Reset, I would never know who you're talking about. It's prohibitive. The price, they've priced themselves to a point where it's prohibitive. I may have to get that new Springer. What? New Springer? Didn't even know there was a new Springer. Somehow do you mean the Wreckers one? I actually like the figure. Lost all the weapons. What? How? We need a new downshift. I agree. We do need a new downshift. Legacy Naka could be a good Cybertron. Could. I wasn't thinking Cybertron downshift. I don't know Cybertron downshift. So totally off Musk buys Hasbro. That's worse than Starscream's stand-up club. Forbidden Planet is an actual store. Oh, okay. I've never heard of it. I don't know it. I could use a modern downshift. What is this I hear about legacy yellowing? Yeah, the Motormaster yellowing badly too at the shoulder hinge, the armpit, I guess, and I'm going to say the bottom of the trailer, like underneath. Pretty bad already. So that's unfortunate. I miss going to that store. I was talking to Ultra Megatron. I showed him to. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got involved in your conversation. I apologize. They get everything. My Sunstreaker yellowed. That's funny. Hey, Lance. Doing all right, man. I mean, it's Thursday heading into Friday soon. Seriously, what character is next? Drag strip. Not as bad as my Titans Bumblebee. Oh, you guys are so funny. I keep Transformers Prime Arcee as Chromia. Yeah, I could see doing that. I could see keeping the Transformers Prime Arcee as Chromia. I did that for a while too, honestly, until I got that, and I was like, yeah, I got an actual Chromia. But then she's poo, so that's all she is. There's nothing good about her. Think you dislike Siege Chromia worse than Earthrise Arcee? 100%. At least Earthrise Arcee is functional and works the way it's designed. That doesn't. It cannot stand up. The waist piece does not stay on. I have nothing in my collection that has hips and thigh swivel as loose as that. It cannot bend its knee without you turn the junk on the side of the leg gone. The backpack is unforgivable. It hinders her articulation. She's garbage. Everything, the head pops off. Everything about it is utter garbage from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet. The ankles are weak. It's all trash. I did miss the striptease? Did you miss the striptease segment? I hear Canadians are hot. I mean, look at their prime minister. Yeah. People like old Justin. I've gotten Siege Chromia and it's god awful. Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna me. I don't sugarcoat it. If it's awful, it's awful. If it's good, it's good. Don't even get me started on Huffer. That's what I say about Pops. My wife loves them. Yeah, and I mean, people. I know a principal now, and he has a window ledge in his office that's full of Pops, and it's a big window, it's a big deep, it's big, and it's full of Pops. He's an avid Pop collector, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't get it. I have one Pop, and that one Pop is the most important Pop. And there's one person here who knows who it is, and that's Ultra Megatron. It's the only Pop I have is Snake Eyes, because Snake Eyes is magic. Starscream Wife has a couple. She has K9 from Doctor Who. She has 10. And she has Queen Beryl from Sailor Moon. She might have one or two more, but not a lot. Not a lot. Let's see. Just because you don't like the forest, don't burn it down. I would like Funko as a desk toy. Yeah, never NFTs in my life. Yeah, I could see the appeal of it for if you want something to look at. And they're pretty inexpensive, I think, for Pops. You think they're going to redo the 86 RC into a Nightbird? No, I don't, but they should. Because the last Nightbird we got is based on that thing. And it was, again, the Nightbird's awful. The Nightbird is just as trash as the Chromia. And I hate to say it because I like Nightbird. But she's a ninja and she can't bend her knee without you got to move a car part that's on her leg. I'm sorry. It was bad design, man. Legends will scale with no one. Even New Age Jazz does not scale with Ratchet. There you go. But that's New Age. If I'd known there was an Earth Mode Magnus was coming out, I'd have skipped Siege, Ultraman. I skipped both of them. I've said it a million times. My Combiner Wars with the X2 Toys upgrade and the KO of the Perfect Effect White Cab bot. I will never need another Ultra Magnus in my life. They don't need a Nightbird never transformed. I think Nightbird is one that they should do in the red line. If you're going to do it in the red line. As we go down here. It keeps jumping down on me, man. Legends save shelf space and you have a wealth. Yeah, Legends do. You're right. I regret not jumping on the Legends train. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Hey, Timmy. Sorry, I know I missed you. My Shuriken says, I'm getting the 3-0. Oh, I saw the little 30M Deluxe Bumblebee. A little bit expensive. Certainly affordable, but like, man, that 5 inches is pretty small. Like, he's only about this big, right? Like, he's not a big bot. Gorgeous paint. Spectacular paint. I'm sure his articulation is stupendous, but he is pretty tiny, right? And I'm not exaggerating. This is about all he is. And I think here he was $50, something like that. So it's expensive for this, but I do see the love in it, right? I saw the Bumblebee is what I saw. But my Shuriken is saying that he's getting the 3-0 if it's the Bumblebee movie RC. Yeah, the Bumblebee movie RC from 3-0 looks good. And of course, that's not the M Deluxe. That's right. Thoughts on a Tron Legacy Cyclist crossover? Why hasn't it happened yet? I don't like crossovers. I don't think any of them should be done. I don't know. I bought the Ectotron, and that's the only crossover I bought. I don't want any of the other ones. Honestly, if you're going to do a Tron light cycle like that, like a lot of people said earlier, do a Chromia, right? Do a Chromia. Do it right. It's the age of Millennial and Generation Z, guys. Ugh. That's my take on that. So SS Bumblebee RC is a huge no for me. It looks like it has the ratchet issue. While oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if she's going to turn yellow or not, but she got a lot of white plastic, and with the way things are going, it might, because the ratchet apparently turned yellow. Again, I'm not in for any of the movie stuff. It's too expensive. MP Jetfire listed for pre-order $290. That's still pricey, man. Bumblebee RC has absolutely no QC issues at all and no hollow parts. Fantastic, says Jay. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen her, right? She's not out here yet. I think she's wonderful. She's not the RC for me. I don't need it because I have the Thrilling 30. But I'm not going to deny that I think she's super duper impressive, and I tend to agree with Jay. She is really impressive. If she yellows, that'll be so sad. But every angle and everything about her is impressive. Motormaster is yellowing in a container, and it makes its way to Canada. Probably. That's probably exactly what's going to happen, to be honest with you. Not a fan of the Series Bumblebee. Legacy drag strip yellowed badly. Yeah, you guys talking about the yellow again. Hasbro's new packaging is enough to make me quit collecting. Speaking of the new packaging, did anybody see the switch that was made where somebody put Slash's name and like a Dinobot Slash down underneath and put Slash in the packaging? Like, it was a lot of effort to steal a drag strip, because that's what it was. You could see the Unicron or the Minosaur thing there. It was a lot of effort to steal a drag strip. Speaking of Prime Minister, I hear that he's here in LA and got the virus from the Prez. I don't know. Maybe. I know he got it a second time. Yellowing made me stop buying plastic Transformers because yellowing of cheap plastic. That's fair. Where did you add the Chromia? Motormaster's out, just not nationwide yet. Yeah, well, he's not out in Canada. Not slated here till next month, July. So we'll see. And I was referring to him being out in Australia, right? I'm not going to lie. I don't know what comes out in America. I'm not American. Why would I know what comes out in your country? Nice to see collections at work. Okay. Yeah, I guess. I that's where my Snake Eyes is. My Snake Eyes is at work, but that's the only thing. Actually, that's a lie. I have a Snake Eyes at work, and I have a one-step changer Grimlock that one of my students gave me at work. I only collect 3-0 versions. That's fair. There's an argument for that, man. There's for sure an argument for that. Hope the next G.I. Joe Transformers crossover, Starscream, Cobra Commander. Yeah, again, I'm not in for any of that. I think the Bumblebee looks terrible. I think the Megatron looks terrible. I think the Stalker is the best thing. I said it last week. Sold all of my Beast Wars for 400. I'm just looking at my number one. What? I'm just looking for my number one Transformer. Loved Wei Jiang, Ultima Guard, Omega Supreme. I love that. Yeah, mine's up right there. Got him for my 40th birthday. Love him. We'll never need another Omega Supreme. He's perfect. I have 2 pops. G.I. Joe, Lunchbox. I don't collect pops, so they sit inside. That's fair. All the movie comic crossovers in one, if you want it. Got a guy holding one for me. Nice. Late to the party. Hey, Raphael. It's going pretty good. Okay, let's finish off the news, and we'll do the trivia last because I don't have an unboxing today. So Bumblebee, Rise of the Beast, transforming mask. Except this one isn't primal. It's Bumblebee. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think the primal looks good. I don't want a bee mask. I don't like the look of the bee head. I don't like the look of the bee mask. I don't like the changes that they've made to Bumblebee. Take that for what you will, but I'm, and apparently, like, these masks are 35 US. Really? 35 US? I mean, that means these masks are going to be like 50 or more here. I'm sorry, I don't see it. A mask that turns into a lackluster robot for $50. I'm sorry, I don't see it, man. Speaking of Arcee, Studio Series 86 Arcee, we saw images of her compared to the other Arcees, and it's really weird. When you see her compared to the other ones, her pink is really washed out. Arguably, too washed out. I've heard some people say that they were in for that Arcee, but her pink almost seems a little purpley, a little lilac-y rather than pink. And that is causing them now to back out and say, no, it's not what I want, man. Not what I want in an Arcee. The City of Steel, that is up in the Sunbow Marvel archives, if you want to see it. I'm going to do the trivia, and then we'll do the last piece of news, which are my thoughts on some of the leaks from earlier in the week. Trivia. What is Optimus Prime's last words in the G1 cartoon? So what's the last words Optimus Prime says in the Rebirth? Is it, till all are one? Is it, Nebulos is finally free? Is it, your people must learn to be masters of their own fate? Or is it, you shall live here in peace as this world's guardian? Which one is it? A, till all are one. B, Nebulos is finally free. C, your people must learn to be masters of their own destiny. Or is it D, you shall live here in peace as this world's guardian? Which is it? A, B, C, or D? I'm just going to check in a little bit here. Don't like the masks. Don't like Bumblebee. I am right there with you. Bumblebee mask is disappointing. Who would want robot feet in their mouth? That's what I thought too when I saw the masks. I'm like, I wouldn't want robot parts pushing against my face. Thanks. Orbital Bacon. Make a joke of the bee mask on that freaking Prime stream. Oh, okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Hey, DJ. You missed everything, dude. You missed a lot of news, but I mean, you can always go back and let me know what you thought of it, right? And we got the most important news kind of coming up. As we go down here a little bit. Don't like the masks. I remember Starscream Wife said she wants to go to Hawaii. It so happens I hand wrote a tale bringing your family to Hawaii. Oh, yeah? Ultra Primal to San Francisco. T-Fan, page 101. Lazy Eyebrow to my town. Wow, wild. The wife just heard you say the price of the masks, and her and I said that at the same time, that's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. You guys are right. Yeah, D. Yes, of course it's D. Of course it's D. In fact, the entire quote is Optimus talking to Cerebros, and he actually says, when the last of the hive's evil is wiped out, you shall live here in peace as this world's guardian. Fun fact, just before that, he did say, your people must learn to be masters of their own fate. And Arcana says, basically, I think it's Arcana says, Yeah, we're going to do the stuff and things and get rid of the hive. And then that's when Optimus says the other thing. That mask will yellow. It's the right price. You're on your own. Prime out. You're on your own. Prime out. Nice. Yeah, it could have been that one. Could have been that one. Yeah, you guys were right. It was D. Okay, so now the last piece of news, and then we're going to get out of here. So the last piece of news, they are the leaks. I thought I was going to break the news this week. I did. I was like, oh, yeah, I got some leaks to break. And then it was JT, is it JT Prime 17? He broke it first. It's funny. A few weeks ago, I broke some news first, and he actually corroborated it and said, yeah, I saw the listings in systems that he has access to. He brought up this week first Project Yellow. These typically in the past have been crossovers. Often they have, with the colors, they've proven to be G.I. Joe crossovers. I think yellow is going to be a G.I. Joe crossover, but that's 100% speculation on my part. There is nothing to confirm that. There's nothing to even call it a rumor. It's just, I think that when I have talked about some of the Project Blue and Project Red and stuff in the past, I feel like that they have turned out to be G.I. Joe crossovers. And I know we've only had a couple, but I think we've only had a couple of colors. I could be wrong about that. But the project either number, because there's also been some numbers like Project 3 and Project 5, or the project that are colors, they tend to be crossovers. So he beat me to that, right? And that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad that somebody could actually corroborate what it was that I found as well. He found $44.99 US. What I found was $65.99 Canadian. So we'll see. We'll see. That seems about right. And then we also had the Terran, the Terran listings for Mark, Owen, Unikite, Gabbro, and Adakite. Somebody said that they are types of rock. I don't know a rock named Owen or a rock named Mark. Some people say it's references to wrestlers. Owen Hart, the late great Owen Hart. Mark being Mark Henry. I don't know why there would be wrestler references. But the long story short is Terran, a lot of people are speculating, seems to refer to listings for possible Earthspark up and coming figures. For those who don't know, Earthspark is going to be the new Transformers series with Transformers who are basically born on Earth, right? Not on Cybertron. They start out on Earth, right? Dinobots. Just saying. Pardon me. I'm just saying. Dinobots. So we had all of those. We saw some images of Studio Series Thundercracker, Great Mold. We saw some listings apparently in the UK, I think, for the Monster Treads, Optimus and Bumblebee, if you want that for whatever reason. And last but not least, Legacy G2 Megatron in package. Looks like G2 Legacy Megatron. I mean, he's a little core guy. And then the other one was the Shockwave. We saw images of the Shockwave. Looks an awful lot like Combiner Wars to me with a couple of little slight changes. The satellite dish thing is stupid. It's obviously taking Combiner Wars Shockwave and saying, okay, how can we make Combiner Wars Shockwave look like Siege? That's what this is. And that's what they tried to do. Get it if you want, but again, I don't have any possible need for it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, cough, G1 did the Born on Earth better. Cough, cough. Logan's right. On that, because I don't have anything to open this week, though I do have some things on the way, I'm just going to clue things up by saying once again, happy Father's Day to one and all. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we have to offer to you through Spring, or of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube and become a channel member. I do have stuff up and coming for that, especially after the next week or so when I finally kind of get going a little bit. As the summer wears on and we kind of get closer to True Review 1000, I'm probably going to have a couple of things for patrons and channel members there as well. So that's it, ladies, gents. I'm out of here. Hit the subscribe button. Stick around. Have some fun with us. Don't forget, man, that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, you right there, all of you, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams or right here on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old-fashioned way inside the video.